All right, Mech Command, here's the scenario. We've got our lances, our battle groups, our combined arms, tanks, infantry, going head to head. And at some point, hopefully one of your machines and not mine, a mech takes a certain amount of damage where another hit or two could destroy it and take it out of the game. Examples might be ammo. Examples might be a sensor hit, gyro hit, engine hit, or even maybe something like the legs taking numerous hits and how the damage transfers in the damage diagram. A PPC hit or two might take that machine out. So at that point, you start to withdraw the machine. You start to pull it back because a side tactica that we've explored that I pushed up to the channel here, and we're framing a good pursuit lance, or I should say a good pursuit mech, initiative. Initiative is key. Initiative is huge in Battletech. So losing a mech or two in a medium-sized game or a small-sized game is massive because all of a sudden the way the initiatives move, you're going to be surrounded. You're not going to be able to counter your opponent's moves. So it's better to keep a mech up and running, even if you withdraw it, than sometimes to fight to the bitter end. And that's, of course, putting aside the narrative of how valuable mechs are within the inner sphere, Knights of the Realm, and all that stuff. We're just going head to head and blowing someone up. So this idea of a pursuit lance is a mech, depending on the battle value, or a group of mechs, or maybe two mechs, that when a machine is damaged and it starts to withdraw, you're going to pounce on it to finish it off, take it out of the game, get that battle value off the table, but also start to shift the scales in terms of initiative. Now, like many things in Battletech, what we have to look out for, of course, is I could build the best pursuit lance in the world, but it's a massive amount of battle value, and I'd like it to do something else in the meantime. So we're trying to get away with as cheap as possible in terms of battle value. I'm going to recommend a mech that I like to use, and depending on the battle value of the game, it might be a single mech, part of a lance, or it might be two, which each mech being part of a lance that will then break off to form an ad hoc, in the moment, pursuit lance. And you can do that in Battletech too. You can have your 2 or 3 lances working together, but then they can reform mid-battle to perform a new lance to take care of something. I use the Cicada. It's got some better armor, it's got some good speed, and it's got slightly better zappy that can take care of finishing off a disabled mech or a mech that's really, really hurt at a low battle value. Obviously, if it's an assault mech, that's going to be a little bit different, but heavy mechs that have taken a lot of damage, mediums, or even lights, you can bully, you can push back, you can try to destroy it. Remember, this isn't a mech that's taken some damage and lost an arm. This is a mech that's smoking on fire and is 1 or 2 shots away from being destroyed. So knowing the timing of the pursuit lance, of course, is very, very important. 2 cicadas, pushing them out. You need to have a little bit of extra armor, you need to have a little bit of extra bite because even though that mech is damaged, it's still going to fight back, it's still going to put some pressure on it. But again, this idea of building a pursuit lance, or I should say pursuit mech, what does that look like? What are some good pursuit mechs when you need to finish something off, managing battle value, managing expectations, and trying to keep that on the lower side because there's a lot of other things in Battletech that we need to spend our battle value on.